Look at that yard right there. It's not nice. That yard's not nice. And it's not fair. Just kidding. If you understand that reference. You are a lot older than I am. Here we are, the beginning of season 3 of the Yard of the Week. It's not quite exactly evolution, but it's something. So first and foremost, gotta move these sticks out of the way. I'm not gonna mow over these big old tree limbs here. Luckily, there's just a few of them. The turf is starting to grow back on this one. Things have slowed down the last few weeks with growth because of the lack of rain. Come here. But it'll be all right. There's rain forecasted the next couple of days. So getting done today what we can get done, and we'll see what happens tomorrow and Thursday and Friday and the rest of the weekend. But either way, it'll work out. This one we're gonna blade edge because the individual prefers a blade edge. Most of the time I wouldn't care about the individual preferences, but in this case I do. So here we go. On with the Echo 2600 battery. Yep, full charge, we're good. This one was used already, so we got 3 on this one. Here we go. I'm gonna swap batteries here and go tackle the backyard with the big battery because I'm gonna weed whack the entire backyard instead of mow it due to the site conditions. Let me show y'all how I get up curbs. So on some properties, you don't have an access right there by the start of the property. It's all curb line to the end of the road down there. Now I could drive all the way down there and then all the way back up here and do this and then all the way back down. But it's easier to just do this. Place these little boards right here. And now I have a slope to drive up. You'll see in just a minute when I get on this stander how this works. Now in this case, I am gonna end up going all the way down there to cut this little side strip here, but now I don't have to do it 3 times. I just have to do it twice, once down and then once back. So it is what it is. Hope y'all are enjoying this Yard of the Week Season 3 premiere. I decided to add a little voiceover onto this section where I'm mowing the side yard, and you can see my travel down the alley and around the side back to the front. Now, the reason I do it this way with the 48 Vantage instead of just using a push mower on this side is really it's the same amount of time when you factor in the amount of time, extra cutting time that a 21 has versus a 48. The time driving around the side pretty much evens out. So really, in my opinion, there's no reason not to take this step. If that little brick wall there wasn't in the way, it would be pretty much a no-brainer to just cut this with the 48 from the front yard and wouldn't have any problems. Interesting enough, I realize here that my mower actually will fit through this gate opening into his backyard, which I never knew. The gate is messed up, and we may fix that at some point. But yeah, I learned that while I was here working in this property. Now, coming up straight ahead, you'll see what's known as the false vision. The Medina house, that white house right in front of me right now, that house, my wife and I actually almost bought that house back in 2020. I should say, shouldn't say almost, we didn't have an offer per se, but it was one of the finalists for us buying a house. And I thought it was a pretty decent house, but it didn't end up working out, and that's a whole nother story. But yeah, wanted to thank y'all for taking the time to watch this Yard of the Week premiere, and in the future, may do some of these voiceovers. We'll see how it works out. But anyways, thank you all again, and hope you enjoyed it.